guys, this is Andrew Wright, going to be coming to you with another Review the Right Thing, and we're going to be talking about some music reviews, finally. Anyways, first up would be the new My Dying Bride, Ghost of Orion, sorry. It is the English Meddlers' 13th album, kind of a return to the roots. They are definitely a little bit heavier on this album, bringing a lot more of their growling vocals back to it, which they've been bringing back on some prior releases. This one definitely feels like it goes strong into the heavier sound a little bit more, though. First track opens up with just some crushing riffs, really heavy vocals, very long song, I think at like 8 minutes or something like that. So starts off right with a bang. Couple tracks in there, a little bit softer, more of the modern My Dying Bride sound, where it's just his clean singing over the very doomy riffs. And it kind of basically just does that throughout the whole album. We'll hit you with like a pretty much a little bit of softer song, go back to the heavier of the roots, and it's kind of a nice mix of both. There's a lot of harp throughout, or not harp throughout it, but there's a lot of violin throughout it. It's very pretty, very somber, but still very depressive. You know, obviously their music is just very heavy, so it sits on you heavy, it weighs on you heavy, like it's like a beam is coming down on you and you're like, oh god, I'm so... But anyways, it's really good. I like it a lot. So then I just really enjoy it. It sounds like classic My Dying Bride. The last few releases I feel like have just been showcasing kind of this progression towards their roots, maybe while also keeping a lot of their new sound as well in there, but definitely a return to the roots in subsequent albums. The album just clocks in at just under an hour, so it's a very lengthy listen. You can sit there and enjoy it a lot. There's a lot to really digest and kind of dive into. So it's a solid album. Definitely recommend it. Next up on the list is the new Code Orange with Underneath. The Philadelphia PA meddlers come back. Well, meddler, I don't know if you want to say meddlers. They're like punk meddlers. Come back with their fourth album. And again, it is pretty awesome. I feel like it's going to be very polarizing for people, though, because you're either going to really like it or you're not going to like the things that they definitely try to do on this album, because it definitely tries to incorporate more industrial, more hard rock, possibly even a little bit of emo into it. The songs are still really heavy, but I definitely see this album as being something that is trying to maybe gain a wider audience. You know, because you can't just keep putting out the same Code Orange album. I would like that, but I understand why you just can't. The last album, being Forever, was very similar to the King album, which was very different from their first album as the Code Orange Kids. Though that album is still pretty heavy, but they definitely kind of went into more of like a converge, metalcore, kind of mathy at times, not really though, approach to their hardcore. So I mean, it very much reminded me of Converge. This album definitely carries that on, but they definitely add glitchiness, a lot of like weird industrial kind of sounds to it, a lot of even just electronic like dancey sounds to it, which are real weird. And then they sing a lot, which is also really weird. Don't get me wrong, there's still some crushing tracks. I would say, you know, the majority of this is still fucking heavy. It's still abrasive, it's in your face, and the glitchiness makes it a lot harder to listen to than normal, because there's a lot of like skips, a lot of weird time changes that they throw in there to just like stop dead in the middle of a song. There's all kinds of craziness in this album. But then, you know, you'll have other songs that, like I said, remind me of almost like an emo hard rock kind of thing. There's a lot of sing-song, chorus, verse, more so than their old stuff. And I feel like only these guys could really pull this off, because honestly, it's pretty well written. It still comes off as a little cheesy, though, because I feel like that's just that kind of sound, and that could just be me. I find most of that music kind of cheesy anyways, so it's hard for me to, even if somebody does it well, to sit there and go, this is really awesome, because it's normally not that awesome. I can appreciate it, but it's just not my thing. However, they pull it off pretty well. I like the songs that are still pretty soft. They're very enjoyable tracks, but Like I said, it's still in your face. I think it's still going to grab a lot of old fans, but it's also going to try to grab at a lot of newer fans. And some of the old fans just might not like it. You might downright hate it. And if you do, I honestly suggest just listening to it a few more times. I feel like it'll grow on you because it's not that different. It's, like I said, it's still very heavy, still in your face. There's a lot of just like neck jerking, headbanging riffs in it, just metalcore, hardcore riffs. And it gets pretty catchy. So there's not much to not like. But I said there are those parts where they kind of go this more emo, hard rock kind of sound. And it is different. It is very different. But they always pull themselves back out of it. They don't ever, I guess, overstay their welcome. You won't have a whole song that's like that. That whole song will be interlaced with then some more electronics or some more abrasive parts. The tracks that are like mostly made up of the softer side also have some pretty heavy riffs. It's different all around, so there's enough in there for everyone. I really like it a lot. I can't say that I like it more than anything they've put out in the past, but I can't say I like it less so either. So I think they've stayed about even keel while trying new things, and it's worked out for them. So I really recommend giving this review or this album a listen. Do you like it? Do you love it? Let me know in the comments. Additionally, there's a lot of new music coming out on the horizon that I'm looking very much forward to. I'm really excited about the new Aborted. Their new song, what's it called? Gloom and the Art of Tribulation. Rips. It's everything you would expect from an Aborted song. Some pretty awesome breakdowns, fast, heavy, just in your face. So I'm really looking forward to hear the rest of that album. That song is pretty kick-ass. Also very excited for the new Little Dragon. Her and Kaliukas just put a track out. Are You Feeling Sad is the name of that track, and I really like that one as well. Always been a fan of Little Dragon ever since the beginning. And I'm back. I'm recording all this on my iPhone, so of course I got a phone call in the middle of all of it. Anyways, where I was at, I was talking about Little Dragon and Kaliukas. Really like this track. Liked Little Dragon basically ever since I first heard them with Ritual Union. I think this is a really great pop album. They kind of bring a little bit something different to the genre. Very electronic beats to it. It's awesome though. I love all of their stuff. So I'm really looking forward to their new album. I really like this track. The other thing I'm looking really forward to is the new Lianne La Havas. Her track Bittersweet is a very somber folk soul song. I've really liked her past two releases a lot. So I'm also looking forward to this album as well. And anyways, that's going to be about it for today, guys. If you like what you heard, click subscribe, write comments below, tell me what you think, and you can listen to more Review the Right Thing. Thanks again.